안녕하세요. 안타키입니다. Now, in our last lesson, we learned how to change verb tenses. Now, in order to form the present tense, we added ayo or 어요 to the verb stem. Let's get a quick review. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 지승현입니다. When you have a verb stem ending with a vowel sound a or o, you have to add 아요. Do you remember? So we say 빵 사요. 텔레비전 봐요.
That's right. And when the verb stem ends in a vowel sound other than those two, then you add 어요. Now let's go over some of the verbs that we have learned.
They were 책 읽어요. 빵 먹어요.
I hope it's clear to you how we form the present tense. Now, let's begin on this lesson of Let's Speak Korean. Let's go to the video.
여보세요?
마이클 씨,
안녕하세요. 김민욱입니다.
민욱 씨, 안녕하세요.
지금 뭐해요?
한국어 공부해요.
공부해요?
네, 아주 재미있어요. 음악 들어요?
네. 음악 들어요.
Michael usually likes to have fun instead of studying, so we can see that Minuk is really surprised by this. Now, Michael says he finds Korean lessons quite interesting in the skit. All right, we're now going to get a check of what we'll be learning in this lesson. First of all, the verb for to do, 하다, and the present tense form, 해요. Let's learn about them. And secondly, we're going to learn how to form the question. Let's begin by going over some verbs with 하다. 하다, 하다. 공부하다, 공부하다. 일하다, 일하다. 전화하다, 전화하다. Let's now go to the video clip to see how these verbs are used. Let's take a look.
지금 뭐해요?
한국어 공부해요.
Minuk asks Michael what he is doing, and Michael answers that he is studying Korean. Now he says, 한국어 공부해요. Right? So the word for this lesson is 해요. Now in English it means to do something. Then what about the infinitive verb?
Yes, the infinitive form of 해요 is 하다. So to speak 해요 is the present tense of 하다. Although 하다 is ending with a vowel sound a, we say 해요 for the present tense. So all the present tense of all the verbs ending with 하다 will be 해요.
Now let's use the verb 해요 in a little conversation.
공부해요. 공부해요. 일해요. 일해요. 전화해요. 전화해요.
공부해요?
음악 들어요?
Now the second point that we'll be learning in this lesson is how to ask and answer questions about what someone is doing. Now Michael asks Minuk what he is doing, and Minuk answers that he is listening to music. Now 선생님, how do you ask someone if they are studying?
공부해요.
공부해요. 공부해요? Now notice that the only difference between these two sentences is the intonation at the end. Now, could you tell us how they are different?
Sure. 공부해요 with the voice dropping slightly at the end, it will be answer. So 공부해요, it means I'm studying. But if you want to make it a question form, just raise the tone of your voice a little bit at the end of the sentence, like this. 공부해요.
That sounds easy enough. Now then, let's get some practice with some other verbs.
텔레비전 봐요. 친구 만나요. 책 읽어요. 일해요.
Okay, that was very good. Now, 선생님 and I are going to carry on a little conversation using what we have learned. So why don't you follow along? 텔레비전 봐요?
네, 텔레비전 봐요.
친구 만나요?
네, 친구 만나요.
책 읽어요?
네, 책 읽어요.
일해요?
네, 일해요.
It's time now to learn something a little extra. Now, shall we get a check on some of the vocabulary that came up in the conversation? Okay, Minuk calls Michael on the telephone and asks him what he is doing now. Now, what was the expression in Korean again?
지금 뭐 해요? 지금 뭐 해요?
That's right. 지금 means now. Now, we learned something that was a little bit similar to this in our last lesson. Remember the expression 오늘 뭐 해요? Well, 오늘, as you might remember, is today, and 지금 means now. Okay, Michael also says that it's fun when he is learning Korean. Right, how would we say that in Korean, by the way?
재미있어요. 재미있어요.
I hope all of you can say the same thing when you're watching Let's Speak Korean at home. 재미있어요. Okay, we're certainly going to try to make it as interesting as possible for you, so stick with us.
여보세요?
여보세요?
안녕하세요. 김민욱입니다.
안녕하세요. 김민욱입니다.
민욱씨, 안녕하세요.
민욱 씨, 안녕하세요.
지금 뭐해요?
지금 뭐 해요?
한국어 공부해요.
한국어 공부해요.
공부해요?
공부해요?
네, 아주 재미있어요.
네, 아주 재미있어요.
음악 들어요?
음악 들어요?
네. 음악 들어요.
네, 음악 들어요.
Okay, that was great practice. Now we're going to go over the entire video clip once again, so please keep the situations in mind and please try to memorize them.
여보세요?
마이클 씨. 안녕하세요. 김민욱입니다.
민욱 씨, 안녕하세요.
지금 뭐해요?
한국어 공부해요.
공부해요?
네, 아주 재미있어요. 음악 들어요?
네. 음악 들어요.
It's time now to learn some Korean characters. Now, in this lesson, we're going to learn about the consonant iung. Let's first learn how to write it. Start by making a circle in the counterclockwise direction. iung, iung, iung. Let's add the vowel sound ah to the consonant iung to come up with ah. Now please listen to how Ji 선생님 makes the pronunciation. Ah, ah, ah. Let's now look at some words with the character iung. 아버지, 아버지. 어머니, 어머니. 오리, 오리. It's already time to wrap up this edition of Let's Speak Korean. Now, in this lesson, we learned how to form the present tense of the infinitive of 하다, which is 해요. Now, shall we get a quick review? 선생님, 지금 뭐 해요?
공부해요.
Also, remember that all you have to do to turn this statement into a question is to raise the voice at the end of it. Okay, 선생님, are you meeting your friend today? 오늘 친구 만나요?
네, 친구 만나요.
Well, this was another fun lesson of Let's Speak Korean. By the way, what are you doing now? 지금 텔레비전 봐요? Well, that wraps it up for now. We'll see you next time on Let's Speak Korean. 안녕히 계세요.